Brighton. It's where I grew up, so it's high time I covered this city in some way or another. In between working out if distance screams or of joy or agony, what else can you do in Brighton?
Well, there's plenty of things to see, that's for sure. Everywhere you look, in fact.
And these sites are what gives Brighton its reputation.
Like this beach, for example. You know, thousands flock to Brighton Beach every year just because it's Brighton Beach. It's 5 miles of shingle or pebbles to us common folk. And there's even a little naturist beach for those who like to get naked or those who like to watch people get naked.
No, just you, mate.
But there's one new addition that stands out so prominently on the seafront. In plain sight, it is the British Airways i360.
Thanks, Seagull.
So this is the UK's tallest viewing platform outside London, and it's at the land side of the West Pier, which is behind you. It cost 46 million to build, and it's made by the same team that brought you the London Eye. Apparently it was designed the same way because like how the London Eye goes around really slowly, this one goes up really slowly. It takes about 5 minutes to get up and about 5 minutes to come down again. And did you know that the British Airways i360 was called the vertical pier during conception? I think my parents called each other all sorts of names during conception. One wasn't vertical pier. So this whole design of this British Airways i360 was made to like incorporate the old West Pier. Even like the booths, as you can see behind me, are based on the old West Pier ticket kiosks, ticket booths even. And you've got to think like, was this vertical pier, this British Airways i360, was this really a good substitute for the West Pier, which was such a historic landmark? You know, it's absolutely no secret that the locals of Brighton, they were quite opposed to the construction of this new attraction. In many ways you can see their point, being from the area of myself. I totally get it. It doesn't really fit in with the Georgian waterfront, which is what Brighton is renowned for. But the British Airways i360 has proven to be a very, very popular tourist attraction. Apparently once you're at the top on a clear day, you can see as far as the Isle of Wight, which is 49 miles away. I was on Seafront Beach the other day, which is about 10 miles away from here, and I can see this British Airways i360 from there. You know, tourists come here to experience this flight. They call it a flight, and every review I've read of it, like the majority, at least like 99 or 98% of the reviews are all positive, as everyone seems to love views from up there. So I've just been on the pod, I've just come down, okay, and the pod can hold about 200 people. And you can see things up there, trust me, I've just come down from there. You can see things up there that you cannot see from down here. I know it sounds really stupid, but there's things on roofs that you don't even know about. See, I don't think the British Airways i360 will ever replace the old West Pier. But what it does feel like, it feels like this modern memorial, and we'll always have that little reminder of the West Pier from its decaying skeletal remains sticking out of the water like a deserted island, and we'll always have the other pier to walk along. But today Brighton has this new vertical pier, and while it may not be an exact substitute for the perished horizontal pier, it does offer something that the old pier never offered, which is a seagull's eye view of Brighton.
And not forgetting the ground level cafe that offers one more little treat.
Points cards, so if you get 9 coffees, you get your 10th one free.